Welcome to phase one, which is going to be our branding. We're going to turn it over to Jordan here pretty soon. He's going to dial you guys in on really the importance of branding, but really, in my mind, it's about what it is that you want to portray to the public. Who are you? Bring that home. It's more than just a logo. It's not just what you're branding. Cool. I have a cool house logo. It's more than that, right? Like, who are you? Who do you want to be? Really lay out that thoroughly to where when you do set up all your socials and your digital footprint, you are cohesive and your brand's cohesive across all those platforms.
I think one really important thing to think about with the brand is it goes beyond, like you said, just a logo. When somebody sees your for sale sign, they see your business cards, they see your Instagram, they see your YouTube. They want that to match who you are as a person. If everything I have online is about luxury real estate and I show up to a listing appointment in shorts and flip-flops, that doesn't match my brand. So really thinking about who you are and what you want to portray is going to be the most important, and make sure you're comfortable with it. I've seen Craig try to show up in a suit and a tie.
It's not who I am.
Not who he is, and he sweats a little bit and he gets all red and he hates it.
But don't be that guy.
When he's in his natural form, that's who he is. And I wear my t-shirt and my flip-flops every day, but that's who I portray online, and I'm not trying to be somebody who I'm not.
Just be authentic in that branding pursuit. And again, it goes so much beyond just having a cool logo. I would say don't even start with a logo. You may want to just develop your brand first, then design your logo around who you really want to be. Right? Makes sense?
And Jordan's going to go a lot more in depth with a lot more detail and tell you guys exactly what to do. So watch the videos below.
Thank you, Kobe and Craig. And thank you, everyone, for checking out this module. I've got my little external mic here because we're not in the studio. But today we're going to be discussing how to build your real estate brand. Now, before we get into it step by step, it's really important to talk about what a brand is and why it matters, because most people think of a brand as a logo, a color palette, or even a catchy tagline. While these are all important elements of your brand, it's just the surface. So it's much deeper than that. It's the emotional response people have when they think of your business or they think of you as an agent. It's what makes you memorable, the perception clients have of you, whether it's your reliability, your expertise, your neighborhood knowledge, and ultimately what draws them to work with you. Now, your brand is a combination of what you do, how you communicate, the experience that clients have with you. It's not about just being seen, it's about being remembered for the correct reasons. So think of companies like Apple, Nike, or Rolex like we have down here. Their logos are recognizable, yes, but more importantly, people associate them with quality, innovation, and trust. That's what your personal brand should aim to do for your clients. A brand is also about the expectations. Every interaction a client has with you, from an email to a social media post to a conversation in person, it either reinforces or undermines your brand. By being intentional about your brand, you really control the story that your clients have of you. So I think at this point, you probably know that a brand is important, but why does it matter? Branding matters because clients hire people that they trust, and it doesn't come from just a good listing. It comes from perception and consistency. So if a potential client sees a consistent and polished brand, they're going to think of professionalism, that you're reliable and capable of doing the job. If your branding is inconsistent or unclear, clients may question your expertise or even overlook you entirely. Your brand also helps you stand out in a crowded market. In real estate, there are thousands of agents competing for attention. What makes you unique? Whether it's your local knowledge, your negotiation skills, or client-focused approach, it should reflect in your brand. It's what differentiates you from everyone else and creates a sense of familiarity and trust with potential clients. Consistency builds credibility. When your visual identity, voice, personality, and promises all align, clients are going to know what to expect. They feel confident reaching out to you because your brand blends professionalism and reliability. Over time, this trust translates into repeat business, referrals, and long-time relationships. Now, every strong brand has 4 core elements: identity, voice, promise, and personality. Your brand identity is how you represent yourself visually, the colors, the fonts, the imagery, everything we were kind of talking about surface level a little bit ago. This is the first thing clients notice, and it sets the tone of how they're going to perceive you. Your brand voice is how you communicate, your tone, your word choice, and most importantly, your style. Are you friendly, approachable, or playful? Whatever your brand or style is, that's what you should be going off of and keeping it consistent. Your voice should be consistent across social media, emails, and of course, in person. A recognizable voice helps clients feel connected to you. The brand promise is the commitment you make to clients. what they can expect every single time they're going to interact with you. Your brand personality reflects the type of agent you are and how clients perceive you. Are you the local neighborhood expert, first time buyer, mentor or expert, or a luxury market specialist? All four of these elements are going to work together to create a cohesive and memorable brand. Your visual identity starts with your headshot, which we don't have a photo here because Canva wants to keep messing up, but it starts with the headshot and the imagery. This is often the first thing clients notice, so it's important to present yourself in a way that aligns with your brand personality. Are you professional and polished, lifestyle oriented, or approachable and casual? A simple, readable logo can also help reinforce your brand, especially if you keep it consistently across all materials. You also want to select 2 to 3 brand colors max and fonts that represent your style. So if you're cool and laid back, you maybe want to do something that's a little bit more fun and spunky. Or if you're very professional and tidy, you might want something that obviously looks a little bit more professional. These should be consistent across everything. So, again, social media, emails, flyers, and your website. Just like a recognizable logo, colors and fonts help clients identify you consistently. Just like a recognizable logo, the colors and fonts are going to help clients identify you. Over time, the consistency builds familiarity and trust with those clients. Now, finding your brand voice and how you communicate this is pretty much the tone that clients hear when they interact with you. Defining your tone ensures that everything you say, from social media posts to emails, feels like it's coming from the same person. Consistency is key, whether it's your branding, your social media, all of it really matters. If your Instagram feels casual and fun, but your emails are stiff and corporate, it creates confusion for your clients. They don't really know, again, who they're talking to. A consistent voice makes your brand feel familiar and trustworthy. It's also a reflection of your personality. So your voice should feel natural and authentic and organic. You shouldn't fake it or fake trying to be a certain style that you're not, because it's eventually going to bleed through and show. To discover your voice, start with writing a short sample post or bios in different tones and ask yourself which feels the most authentic. Now, your brand personality is how clients are going to perceive the type of agent that you are. Are you the neighborhood local? Are you a first time buyer mentor, a luxury market specialist, or an investor focused agent? This guides not only your messaging, but also the type of content that you create and the clients that you attract. Your personality should shine through all types of content, whether it's emails, visuals, social media, or conversations in person. For example, a local expert might post about community events and hidden gems within the neighborhood, while a luxury agent might highlight high-end listings and market trends. Your personality helps the clients instantly understand who you are and what makes you unique and what you represent. Moving on to your brand promise, this is what clients can count on every time that they work with you. It's the fast communication, the expert negotiation skills, the deep market knowledge, or personalized care. This promise builds trust and expectations so clients know what to expect when they work with you. A strong brand promise also differentiates you from other agents. While many agents might offer similar services, your promise communicates how you deliver those services differently from the other agents. Over time, consistently, keeping your promise strengthens your reputation and it encourages referrals. Moving on to practical branding steps, the first step is that you want to establish your visual identity. So, although I said it wasn't as important in the beginning as getting to know your brand voice and the emotion that you're going to give your clients, it still is really important to come across clean and professional and consistent if that's the brand style that you want to go with. You want to start with a professional headshot, a simple logo, and like I said, 2 to 3 max consistent colors and especially fonts. Canva is an excellent tool to create templates for posts, so your branding looks polished and cohesive across all channels. Templates save time, they reduce stress, and every time that you put out something, it's going to ensure that you have a professional image. Now, for social media, it's one of the most important ways that you're going to showcase your brand. We are going to do a whole digital presence presentation or module. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into social media once we get there. But you want to start by choosing 1 to 3 platforms max, preferably 2, that your audience is going to connect with most. So if you're going to go for maybe an older clientele or luxury, and you think that your clientele is going to fit a certain demographic, think of the platforms that they're going to be on. So older demographic is typically like LinkedIn or Facebook, whereas maybe a younger first-time home buyer might be on Instagram. Your bio should clearly communicate what makes you different, such as helping first-time buyers or focusing on a specific neighborhood or region in your area. You want to post consistently, mixing personal posts or stories and lifestyle or community posts along with educational stuff. So, yes, it's important to be informative and educate, but that can come off very salesy and kind of boring. So you want to mix it up with testimonials or just personal stories that might be interesting to other people. Having a variety of all kinds of different social media is very important. And lastly, you want to remember that social media is a conversation and not just a broadcast. Engage with your audience by responding to comments, sharing insights, and participating in community discussions. You don't want to just post it up there and forget about it and not do community management. So you want to make sure that you get in there and respond to your comments. This is going to build relationships and strengthen your brand over time. Now, moving on to content writing. When creating content, write the content or the scripts the way that you would speak. So this is going to make your post feel authentic and relatable. Stories are also a very powerful tool. So share client success stories, neighborhood insights, or your own journey as an agent. People love to see stories about people and how they've come up, in the backstory behind that. So showing your expertise is important, but avoid sounding like a brochure. Mix knowledge with personality so your content feels approachable. The goal is for your clients to feel like they know you. So if they haven't met you in person yet, they should be able to look at your social media, see kind of who you are, what you're about, what your tone is, and then when they meet you in person, it's an exact mirror or reflection of how you are on social media. Regular posting and being cohesive with your messages is going to also reinforce your brand over time. People remember stories more than facts, so always frame your content around experiences or lessons that you can share and maybe help out a client or another agent. And lastly, you want to find your thing. So it's what's going to set you apart from other agents. Yes, we're all in the real estate world and the real estate industry, but maybe it's your local knowledge on a specific area that maybe an agent hasn't touched on yet in social media, or it's your creative marketing approach, or your negotiation style, or community involvement. Maybe you're doing extra as an agent to be involved in the community. Whatever it is that makes you stand apart, make that the core of your brand and show it consistently. So, this is a differentiator that is going to appear in your social media, your emails, your website, and your in person conversations. The more consistent you are, the more clients are going to associate you with that unique trait. Remember that your thing is what makes your brand memorable. In a crowded market, being recognizable for something specific is going to give you an edge over someone else. Moving on to online branding tools, there's a million of them out there. So just play around with them and see which ones work best for you. Canva is an excellent tool for creating templates, graphics, and marketing materials. Linktree is also a great tool. There's also Hoobie out there and a lot of other websites that help you organize your links, but similar services that are all going to centralize your links so that clients can easily navigate to your listings, to your other social media platforms, or your website. A professional email signature is another subtle but powerful branding tool. So include your logo, your colors, and contact info so that in every single email, it's going to reinforce your brand. A website or bio page showcases your expertise and creates a central hub for potential clients to learn about you. And consistency across all these platforms is going to ensure that clients have a cohesive experience. Using these tools strategically is going to help you save time and strengthen your brand without requiring a big budget. An example we have here is Hattrick Team 4 Link. They're a great example of a strong branding in action. They use templates for consistent design across social media. A Hoobie or a Linktree, they use Hoobie, but it's set up for easy navigation to other links and content that highlights listings, market updates, and community events. Their email signature includes a polished logo and contact information, while their website reinforces the same visual and voice elements. Everything feels cohesive and professional, which builds trust and credibility with their audience. So, for example, we see that consistency across all channels is critical. Clients instantly understand what to expect and what the brand leaves as a lasting impression. Some of the branding mistakes to look out for, common branding mistakes can hurt your credibility. Using inconsistent headshots or colors confuses the client. So, again, consistency is key. Copying other agents instead of being original can make you forgettable. So, try to be yourself. Not showing your face reduces relatability, so don't just point and shoot at a home. Get your face in there. Try to really build that brand around you as an agent. And having no clear message leaves clients unsure of what you stand for or even what you're offering. So, by avoiding these mistakes, you can protect your brand and ensure clients see you as a professional, see you as consistent, and see you as trustworthy. So, after watching this, if you are brand new to creating your brand, your next steps should be not spending a ton of time on it, but creating a logo, picking 2 to 3 colors, and 1 to 2 fonts that you want to represent your brand. And you should write a brand promise. This is kind of like a value proposition for a business, but you want to have a statement or a few bullet points of what you're going to promise your clients. Once you get this down, you should be able to go out and start marketing yourself and have a brand to back you up. And again, when people are going to find you on social media or you send out cold emails, they're going to look at your brand and know who you are based off of what you're portraying through that brand. So I hope you guys learned a little bit in this module. If you want to dive deeper into the digital presence, whether it's social media, your website, we'll touch a little bit on CRM, but we're going to be doing that in the digital presence module. So be sure to check that out.